It's Dilla.
Oh yeah, 4G on the road. Anybody put a song that got, you could punish them. Girl, you are somebody over me, I just to tell you them. I've been getting paid on unusual, so we no go bother them. Don't you feel the same? When I been stop a kiss, she will be with me. She will stay with me. She will joy with me. When I travel, mama, she will be with me. No, she will stay with me. She will fight for me. Mama, I don't wanna lose you, nana. I don't wanna lose you, nana. I don't wanna lose you, nana. Mama, I don't wanna lose you, nana. I don't wanna lose you, nana. I don't wanna lose you, nana. Mama, I don't wanna lose you, nana. I don't wanna lose you, nana. I don't wanna lose you, nana. Mama, I don't wanna lose you, nana. I don't wanna lose you, nana. I don't wanna lose you, nana. You call me every night, oh yeah. I just want their body, man, go out here for yeah. In the night, oh, she just screaming at me more. I can care for your baby, man, go I will die for your baby. I won't be there, even in the night, oh, in the night. I won't stay, yeah, baby, for your love, oh. You now cover my eyes, so baby, I can see you. I can see. For your penny, I will down, manko, I swear, oh. It's Danny over me, playing Galatita, manko. I say it's Danny over me, making my mind to go far, oh. It's Danny over me, playing Galatita, manko. I say it's Danny over me, making my mind to go way back, oh. Mama, I don't wanna lose you, nana. I don't wanna lose you, nana. I don't wanna lose you, nana. Mama, I don't wanna lose you, nana. I don't wanna lose you, nana. I don't wanna lose you, nana. Mama, I don't wanna lose you, nana. I don't wanna lose you, nana. I don't wanna lose you, nana. Mama, I don't wanna lose you, nana. I don't wanna lose you, nana. I don't wanna lose you, nana.
Begin at
Morovia Media Group launches Liberia's first paid streaming platform titled Vibes on April 28, 2021. At Vibes, artists will make money from their work. Listen, as an artist, download the app and create your artist profile and upload your songs and cover for free. Each artist signing up to the platform get paid as users or fans stream their song monthly. Users are going to download the app and pay a monthly subscription of $2 USD to listen to unlimited songs monthly using Orange Money and various online payments cards. Vibes app is available on the Google Play Store and on Apple Store. VYBEZ. For more inquiries, you can visit our office on Benson and Macklin Street or call them on the following numbers: +231 775 66872 or +231 777 304 304 or visit their website on www.moroviamediagroup.com or email info@moroviamediagroup.com. Get paid today as an artist for your work with Vibes.
This love that make me shamanya. I'm a little baby, marama.
Are you looking for a place where to fix your keys if lost or damaged? Or are you thinking on how to duplicate your home, office, or car keys? Don't worry, because your worries are all over. AutoKey Liberia is the best solution to all of your problems. At AutoKey Liberia, we are specialized in all keys programs and professional in other keys and remotes of all techs. We are located at Say on Time Bourgeois Island. Find us at Clever Mission Junction, EOW Community. For more information, you can call the following cell numbers: 0777 337 808 or 0886 530512. Do business with AutoKey Liberia and thank me later.
Now God, give up to I'm in love.
Welcome to Circus, where you can find great quality t-shirts, hoodies, and other merchandise inspired by culture and creativity. We offer a variety of unique designs you can rock for any occasion that will fit your style. Visit our website at circus.com, ser-kes.com, and subscribe for exclusive access to discounts, new arrivals, and many more. Thank you for choosing Circus.
Are you looking for a property to buy or rent? Are you a property owner and looking for a quick and suitable way to sell your properties? Are you looking for a house, an apartment, or land to buy in Liberia, West Africa? Look no further, because Superior Real Estate has all the solutions to your problems. They have beautiful acres of land and comfortable homes for you to buy now. Registered and incorporated, Superior Real Estate is bringing honest real estate transactions and a peace of mind to all their clients. Located in Pinzio, Superior Real Estate can be reached on 0880 544 111 or WhatsApp them on +231 775 874610. You will not be disappointed. Superior Real Estate you can trust.
We all know the headache we go through sending money to our loved ones, friends, and family in Liberia. High fees, long lines in banks, the usual complaint of the system being down, such a waste of time and energy. That is why I was very happy when I learned that SendWave is now in Liberia. So now I can send money anytime from anywhere directly from my smartphone to the MTN Lone Star Cell mobile money account of a loved one, friend, or family within seconds for just a tap. SendWave is secure, super fast, and by far the most affordable way to send money to Liberia. I'm Henry P. Costa and a very happy customer. Thank you.
Good morning. Welcome to the program. You're listening to the Costa Show. Today is Thursday, the 20th of May, 2021. The time in Monrovia is 7:30 a.m. The time in Delaware is 3:30 a.m. And I am very, very glad to be here. I want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you all watching, listening all over the world. And we're very glad to be here. Today, the day has finally come. Good morning, Bogai.
Good morning, Costa, and good morning to our morning listeners home and abroad. It's good to be here this morning.
It certainly is. Certainly is good to be here. Man, I feel very cold. Yeah. What's the weather in Liberia? I see you all complaining. I see a lot of posts on Facebook, people complaining about the rain and all that kind of stuff. Tell me about it.
Oh, the entire day yesterday was a total rainy day from the morning hours throughout up until like 7 p.m. It was non-stop rain, so the place was totally wet yesterday.
Well, officially, you are in the rainy season, aren't you?
Sure, we are.
That's why you have all the rains. All right. Thank you very much, folks. Welcome to the program. We've got lots of interesting things to talk about today, and all the arrangements have been made. We have secured at least 2 radio stations which will air or relay live the exclusive interview today at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, which will be 8 p.m. Liberian time. 1-hour interview with Dr. Alan White, one of the brains behind international justice for war crimes and crimes against humanity and corruption in Liberia. Dr. White is no small potato, as we say in Liberian parlance. He played a leading and instrumental role in helping to bring Charles Taylor to justice, and now he's working on helping to bring the current perpetrators of corruption and suspicious murders, as well as Prince Johnson and his likes, who perpetrated war crimes and crimes against humanity during the Liberian Civil War, to justice. Very good. Morning, my dear brother. Momo Tambatule, good morning to you. You're in Monrovia, Liberia, visiting. I wish you all the best there, my friend. I hope you're doing very, very well. Man, we've got lots of things to talk about. It is going to be a very, very interesting morning today. First of all, what's the reaction, Boakan, of um, the reaction of folks on the ground? Of course, we're celebrating one of our sisters today. Today happens to be her birthday. She happens to be one of our very loyal, very, very committed, sisters. Dinah Chelsea Tibley. Dinah, I want to announce that today's show is exclusively dedicated to you. Dinah Chelsea Tibley, you celebrate your birthday today, May the 20th. This show, this morning, right now, is exclusively dedicated to you. We want to say that we celebrate you. We appreciate you for your loyalty to the work that we do, not to me as an individual Costa, but to the work that we do. We appreciate your patriotism. We appreciate your vision. And so I want to say we celebrate you today. And this show this morning, May the 20th edition of the Costa Show, is exclusively dedicated to you. In fact, the exclusive interview with Dr. Alan White is dedicated to you as well. Take that one too. You know, Baga, what is some of my native say what? Is a queen like you deserve it. You want more.
I'll provide it.
Provide it. And you want more, that dedication will give it to you. You are one of the queens of the COP. All right, folks. So welcome, folks. Welcome. Now, we've got some people lined up. A couple of folks with interesting stories beginning Monday to Friday of next week. We're gonna start bringing them on. People who have harrowing accounts of what they experienced during the Liberian Civil War. Some of them had their ears chopped off. Some of them, witnessed their loved ones being murdered or maimed or mutilated right before their eyes. And some of those people are lined up. They come on. They're going to explain their story here on the Costa Show, and you will be touched. Oh, yes, you will be touched. Now, folks, the president of Ghana. One of the things I like about Nana, I don't know what I like, his politics or not. I'm sort of politically agnostic towards him. Bagai, did we lose you? Oh my God, what just happened? Hold on, folks. We may have lost Bagai then. Electricity, they're switching power. Okay, hold on, folks. We will get Bagai back very shortly. They are switching power. LEC is gone. So they're trying to get them, put him, yes. Is the generator on? You guys coming back on now? In the next 1 or 2 minutes, they will be back on, folks. So hold on. Let's build this. Let's build the thing. Let's build this thing. Let's build this thing. We've got some very interesting things here. So I'm waiting until Boaga gets back, because all of the thousands of people who listen via the website, the Mantuno, and all of those places, that's how they listen. So hold on. Let Boaga get back, and then we'll be able to connect or reconnect with him, and then we'll be able to do that. What is this thing? Why is it signal? Why is it normally low on the computer when the Wi-Fi? The router is right literally down in my office in the basement. I wonder why. On the computer, it's supposed to have how many bars? It's only got what? One bar instead of having three bars. I don't get that. It confuses me. It is beyond me. All right, Boga is reconnecting. All right. Boga, speak.
Yeah,
Did you check the website, the Mintuna, and all of the others, other platforms?
yeah, they are all up right now.
Let George counter check. I want to make sure they're on. George, go and counter check them. Check them again. That's what it means. If you're wondering. All right, folks. So as I was saying, Nana, I like his name. He has a long name. I like his name. Let me get it in there. His full name is Nana Ado Dankwa Akufo Ado. Nana Ado Dankwa Akufo Ado. That's his full name. And Nana has announced that on Wednesday, listen to this, the president of Ghana, on Wednesday, the 19th of May, Ghana received, this was posted 16 hours ago. It was posted 16 hours ago on Nana Akufo-Addo's Facebook page. The president of Ghana. He said on Wednesday, 19th May 2021, Ghana received 170 million euros from the European Investment Bank, EIB, for the establishment of a new national bank, Development Bank Ghana. That's what it's going to be called. Development Bank Ghana is one of the pillars of our 100 billion Ghana CD, Ghana Cares Obatampa project, the program to revitalize the Ghanaian economy following the onset of COVID-19. It will stimulate growth in the private sector and aid in our program to transform the structure of the Ghanaian economy. Folks, there you have it. Ghana has received, while this boy went to Paris to attend the summit hosted by the president of the president of France, Emmanuel Macron, on the team financing African economies, where 100 billion United States dollars was provided through the IMF for African countries that attended to draw on there's something called SDR under the IMF, special drawing rights. That means member countries of the IMF can go and draw money in order to boost their balance sheets of their central banks and stuff. So, but while there, Akufo-Addo managed to secure 170 million euros. Now, this is a lot of money. Now, let's find out how much is 170 million euros in dollars. Let's find out, folks. Hold on. I'm going to go ask Google right now, quickly. Google, tell me, Google, how much is 170 million euros in dollars? It's $270 million. $207 million is what the Ghanaian president was able to secure from the European Investment Bank for the exclusive and singular purpose of establishing Development Bank Ghana. It will be a bank that will provide finance or capital to Ghanaian business people for the purpose of boosting the Ghanaian economy. Okay, 270 million US dollars to establish the brand new bank for the purpose of boosting the Ghanaian economy. This is impressive. This is impressive. Now, first we're going to move on here. So the Ministry of Health, the incident management team, the folks who are involved with the COVID thing, they have said themselves, in their own words, uttered by their own mouths, that That stupid herb. And by the way, I respect herbal medicine, traditional herbal medicine. I know I have my experience with them. I work with them. But I tell you this, the one judge we have brought from what's the place name?
Equatorial Guinea?
The one judge we have brought from Equatorial, no, from Madagascar.
Madagascar. Yeah. Madagascar.
The one that judge we have brought from Madagascar does not work. Our government said they paid 71,000 United States dollars for that nonsense that they brought from Madagascar. That never worked. I mean, what a waste of money. What an absolute waste of money. They spent 71,000 US dollars to buy a few boxes of herbs and herbal drink, herbal tea. It never worked. I don't even know what a judge we had took it or who took it. This, forget the waste of money, but this tells you the level of George Weah's limited capacity to make sound decisions. You spend money when people who work at the COVID center were protesting, black guy, going so that their salaries were not getting paid. That their salaries were not getting paid. This idiot of a president spent all our money and had all our hype, took himself to the airport dressed up looking like Willie Tauber, only less without Willie Tauber's brains and intellect. The airport had a whole damn ceremony to receive a few boxes of herbal tea that doesn't work. They made a whole big deal of it. Bunch of stupid, low-level, shallow individuals. They took the thing to Monrovia. The next thing we know, now they have confessed themselves that it did not work. Hello? That it did not work. 71,000 US dollars, it did not work. Useless people. Absolute useless people. This is what they do, bugger. They make a big ceremony of everything. At the end of the day, they've got no results. Yeah, you have
No result.
who brags that he and the French are very close. In fact, Macron is his friend. Macron hosts a major seminar on financing African economists. At the end, they commit $100 billion towards helping African economists resuscitate themselves after COVID-19. Liberia gets none of that money. Absolutely none of that money. What a shame. What a terrible shame. And yet he's going to brag that this and that, and he and the people are close. Nonsense. Now, folks, let's move on to something here. So here we have a situation. Here we have a situation. Okay. The situation we have, my dear brother, is the Americans are pissed, as they should be. The Americans are pissed, as they should be. Yesterday, folks, the United States Embassy, near Monrovia, that is the diplomatic way to say it, the proper way to say it. The United States Embassy near Monrovia has issued a very strongly worded statement. It is not one of those diplomatically nuanced statements. When they say diplomatically nuanced, that phrase, diplomatically nuanced, when something is nuanced, that means the person tries to be subtle. They try to not be direct. And also they try to mask what they want to say. But the statement issued by the American Embassy near Monrovia yesterday was not one that can be classified or termed as diplomatically nuanced. It was not nuanced. It was very strongly worded, and that statement runs contrary of the typical diplomatically drafted or published statements. And I understand that. I don't mean this as a criticism. To the contrary, I am very, very pleased that our American friends spoke the way they spoke yesterday by and through that statement. Now, listen. Yeah. Now, listen. Here is what needs to happen. So, yesterday, the Americans issued this statement because they were angry. They were very angry that the military, the Liberian military, that they support, this brand new army we have, was trained by the Americans. The very logistics that they have bought with American taxpayers' dollars. You understand? The Americans have provided continued assistance and support, training, logistics, to the Liberian military. And for our government to go, our Senate elect a man like Prince Johnson, whom the Americans have made it clear they're seeking him out to bring him to justice for the murder of an American citizen, Linda Jury.
Yeah.
Then the Americans have made it clear is one of the worst perpetrators of war crimes in the country. So the Americans issued a statement. I'm going to read a statement for those of you who have not seen the statement. Dear colleagues, below is a statement from the U.S. government on the Liberian Senate. Thanks. Robert J. Clark, Jr., U.S. Embassy. U.S. statement on Liberian Senate Committee leadership. The U.S. Embassy strongly condemns the election yesterday of notorious warlord Prince Y. Johnson as chair of the Liberian Senate Committee on Defense and Intelligence. Senator Johnson's gross human rights violations during Liberia's civil wars are well documented. His continued efforts to protect himself from accountability, enrich his own coffers, and sow division are also well known. That the Liberian Senate would see fit to elevate him to a leadership role, particularly in the area in which he has done this country the most harm, creates doubts as to the seriousness of the Senate as a steward of Liberia's defense and security. The U.S. government is proud of our long-standing partnership with the Ministry of Defense and Armed Forces of Liberia, which will continue. But we can have no relationship with Prince Johnson. Let me read that again. We can have no relationship with Prince Johnson. We note, as well as the continuation of Councillor Vining Sherman, because on the day before yesterday in the Senate election, they re-elected Vining Sherman as chairman on the Judiciary Committee.
Yeah.
So the Americans mentioned that too. We note as well the continuation of Councillor Vining Sherman, sanctioned by the United States Department of the Treasury for corruption involving judicial bribery, as chair of the Senate Committee on the Judiciary, Human Rights, Claims, and Petitions. By giving Senators Johnson and Sherman these leadership roles, the Senate is effectively ensuring that corruption and lack of accountability flourish. Fellow Liberians, this is one powerful statement. And they have here Alison Granda, Deputy Chief of Mission. She's next to the ambassador. Now, folks, I think this year is no joke. The Americans are angry as they should be. They are angry because they have invested lots of money in Liberia, billions and billions and billions of dollars, trying to bring peace, trying to bring development, trying to support us. And for us to go and make Prince Johnson, there are some people who are saying, why now? Prince Johnson has previously held this position, but the Americans are acting now. They say in the Bible, they said there's what? Time and season for everything.
Yep.
It is now time the Americans see it fit to bring Prince Johnson and others to book for their actions.
Yeah, for we like bro, we say none day for rule,
One day for
master. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So the Americans,
Mm-hmm.
the Americans have decided to bring this man and others to book for the crimes they committed against Liberians, and of course, in particular for Prince Johnson, that American missionary, Leonard Jury. So the Americans are pissed off. And perhaps it was not a bad thing that we made this blunder to piss the American off. Maybe it's a good thing. Maybe it's a good thing. I like it. Now, folks, this is the background. How did Prince Johnson get elected to this position? He got elected on what is called a white ballot. According to what we've been told by people within the Liberian Senate, Darius Dillon said yesterday, I watched him on Spoon Talk. He said in the Senate, when the elections were taking place, the CPP put forward Senator Steve Zago from Lofa County as a contender for the position of Chair on Defense and Intelligence. They all knew Zago would be running. Zago got up there. He was given his 2 minutes as each candidate is allotted to make the campaign speech, to state their case as to why people should vote for them. I'm telling you, after Zago spoke, made his case, and people thought he was making a good point, toward the end, Zago said that he was stepping aside from the election. Okay? Everybody was shocked. What the hell are you talking about? Zago said he was stepping aside. Now, because Zago ejected or removed himself from the race, from competition, Prince Johnson now became the sole contender. Yeah. So what made Steve Zago step aside without consulting his colleagues? This was a slap in the face. His own Liberty Party has issued a statement. I read the statement yesterday issued by the Liberty Party, and they have accused Zago of stabbing his friends in the back. They have summoned Zago to a meeting. They want to hear what Zago has to say. In fact, Dillon announced yesterday that Zago said that he received a text message from whoever he didn't say, according to Senator Dillon. Who the hell sent Zago a text message that made him suddenly withdraw from competition?
Wow.
What was the content of the purported text message that Zago supposedly received that caused him to make such a decision? Could Zago have been bribed, or could Zago have been threatened? What happened? That is a $1 million question. Now, I would like to know, now, does Zago have a history of integrity? Clearly not. Zago seemed keen when Kabina Jane was being removed. He lied to his colleagues and to the Liberian people that he voted against Kabina's removal. during the trial at the Senate, only for them to find out that Steve Zago did in fact vote to remove Kabinajane.
Wow.
So Zago has a history of betrayal. That's what he has, a history of betrayal. So while it may have shocked his colleagues that he would pull out at the 11th hour, I mean, literally at the 11th hour, he pulled out. It does not shock us that he's capable of such a thing, because this is a Steve Zago that we know, a man who's got no integrity, a man who likes small money, and for small money he can do anything. Now,
And there have been rumors that he took 50K. It been circulating around.
we've been hearing that. Yes. So it said that George Weah, who was supporting Prince Johnson's election as chair on that committee, did they give Zago some money? Because I know Prince Johnson would not bribe Zago. Prince Johnson likes money. He's not going to give Zago any money.
Sure.
But the thing is this: why would Zago suddenly withdraw without even without the decency and the courtesy to consult and confer with his legislative colleagues in the CPP? Because Zago didn't want anybody trying to change his mind. Because Zago was already paid to do what he did. The man withdrew from the race at such a crucial point in time when it was impossible for the CPP to replace him with anybody else.
Sure.
That is when he chose to withdraw. I'm pretty sure that he said to himself, I would wait until I'm on the floor making my speech, my campaign speech. At the end of the speech, then I will drop the bombshell that I will withdraw. So when Zago withdrew from the race, I mean, what option did they have? They couldn't replace
There
him.
was no other option. No other option, Costa.
Then a ballot.
Yeah.
A ballot was cast. According to Delon, he said they asked Yombly to cast the ballot. Yombly said no. The white ballot for Prince Johnson. I mean, how the hell did we ask Yombly? Man, if Yombly had cast that ballot, man, I would be all over her like white on rice. But they said Yombly said no. So then, Milton Tiege, that other idiot, spineless fool, he offered to cast the ballot for Zago. And he is supposed to be a Unity Party senator, a useless man. Milton Tiege cast the white ballot to make Prince Johnson the chair on defense and intelligence, something that has infuriated our American friends to the extent where they've issued a very strongly worded statement, nothing like the usual diplomatically nuanced ones we often see emanate from diplomatic missions such as the American embassy. My dear friends, this is something. Now, folks, today at 4 p.m. Eastern Time and 8 p.m. Liberian Time, we will do an exclusive special edition of the Costa Show with Dr. Alan White. This show will be aired on 2 radio stations in Liberia. Just before the show begins, or when the show begins, we will then announce the frequencies and the names of those 2 radio stations. The show will also be aired on all of our online platforms. TuneIn, MyTuner, the website, YouTube, you name it. The show will be aired. The interview, not show, but the interview, the exclusive 1-hour interview will be aired on all of those platforms. You, my friends, will be able to listen, watch this exclusive interview with Dr. Alan White, one of the friends of Liberia in these United States, moving and shaking to ensure that justice and accountability come to Liberia, that our democracy really gets to work for us, the Liberian people. Dr. White did not previously want to come on the show, but thanks to Seditians, thanks to them for all the things they've been saying, I assure you, because of that, Dr. Alan White will be our guest today at 4 p.m. Eastern Time and 8 p.m. Liberian Time. It's going to be fascinating, exclusively, ecstatically fascinating. Oh my God. Fantastic. Fantastic. I can't wait. Looking forward to it, my friends. Looking forward to it. Now, we're going to move on to take some calls, but before we do, I want to say happy birthday to you, little young lady, Lila Faith Kishen. This is from your father, Monia Kishen. Money boy, as they call him. I'm told you turn 16 today. Your dear beloved father wants me to do this for you. Lila Faith Kishen. That name sounds very Pele. I think he introduced his wife to me on the day of my birthday last year in the park. She's Pele. So I also want to do this for young Miss Vivian Charles Angel Russell. Your father wants me to do this for you. Vivian Russell, aka Vivian Charles Angel. Your father, Charles Russell, wants me to do this for you as your birthday treat. Now, folks, we're gonna go to the phone lines and take some calls. You are listening to an exclusive edition of the Costa Show. Yeah, of course, this has to be exclusive. Today, one of our strong loyalists, one of our strong militants and young soldiers, Arvin B. Tar, celebrates his birthday today. Arvin B. Tar, we say happy birthday to you as you celebrate your birthday today. Happy birthday to you, Arvin B. Tar. Let's go to the lines, Boagai. Let's take some calls there. You're listening to a very special edition of the Costa Show. The United States Embassy has issued a strongly worded statement condemning the Liberian Senate. Let me tell you something, Boagai. There will be repercussions. Many of the senators who voted to make this man, this terrible man, Prince Johnson. Look, the Americans were so pissed. Look what they said again. They're still complaining about Vani Sherman. They went ahead and they re-elected Vani Sherman to the same position. The Americans are pissed. Why would you do that? Many of these people will not get visas to come to America. Many of these people will face asset freeze restrictions or regime. They have entrapped themselves. The Americans will drop the hammer on the Liberian Senate. They will not go free. They will pay for their actions. Watch and see. Watch and see, my friends. Watch and see. Let's go to the lines, Bogai. Let's go to the lines.
077-012-102-086-010383 0555122.
All arrangements have been made. 2 radio stations have been hired. Today at 4 p.m. Eastern Time and 8 p.m. Liberian Time, we will bring you an exclusive, in-depth 1-hour conversation with Dr. Alan White, one of the people in D.C. advocating, pushing, working with congressmen, including Chris Smith, a good friend of Liberia, and several other congressmen and congresswomen, to bring the book, Perpetrators of War Crimes, Crimes Against Humanity, and to bring to book those who engaged in economic crimes against the Liberian people during the Civil War, as well as current perpetrators of economic crimes, murders, in order to protect themselves. All of these people will be brought to justice, and this is what Dr. White will be confirming today. Ongoing efforts to bring justice and accountability to Liberia and strengthen Liberian democracy. Let's go to the lines and take some calls there.
All right, 077-0102-102. I wonder where our Papa Prince Johnson early morning. Yeah. When I see all the headlines the morning in the newspaper.
Well, they spoke to him. I read some story somewhere where he said when they called him to ask him what he made of the statement by the U.S. Embassy, he said it is the opinion of the Americans, and so he can do nothing about it, and he does not care. That's what he said. The man is a lunatic. I also read somewhere where a seditious said, "Oh, you know what?" One seditious said, made a post and said, "Sidiki Fofana, that's his name. His name on Facebook, his Facebook handle is called Hamed Siphonic." So Sidiki made a post in which he said, as a citizen, he believes that it is hard time the CDC government adopted the issue of war crimes code and made it a priority. And one of his CDC friends said under that post, I will not call that idiot's name. He said under the post, "My man, lead the war crime code, Bennett. You know we need Prince Johnson for the president's second election." I mean, when Prince Johnson you will not win. And let me tell you something. Prince Johnson will not survive between now and 2023 to help you get elected or re-elected.
Sure.
The Americans will pick Prince Johnson all long before 2023. Prince Johnson will not see the elections. Believe you me when I say
because for the man to come to Wednesday can be how the man afraid to move from the house to the office.
Gradually the play becoming tight for the man, poor guy. The play becoming tight for Prince Johnson. So mark my word, that thing you're doing, Prince Johnson, pretty soon Prince Johnson will not be able to. He will not be in the Senate. He will not be in a position where he can threaten anybody because the Americans will pick him up. They're gonna pick Prince Johnson up.
Let's take Martina Konate, Costa Princess. Good morning, welcome.
Good morning, Waka. Good morning to my whole time here, and good morning to the peace and lovely people in and out of Liberia. I'm Martina Konate, the one and only princess of Costa, on the show this morning.
Morning.
Let me say this. I like what the Americans mention, especially their missionaries. Okay? Because we as a Liberians, by even electing Prince Johnson to make his senator, prove to the American that all the crimes that he committed in this country, it means nothing to us. That's why we gain higher position in government to make decisions for us. And I want to say this to my fellow Nimanians. When you look at the statistics, go in the Vera College, the Lofians and the Nimanians, they are dominating. So we consider them to be educated people. You shouldn't promote people that fought war and committed crime in this country that carry your country backward. Prince Johnson claimed that he was protecting Nima Kante, he was protecting his people. Moreover, part of Nima Kante, they can't where you were killing people, a part of Nima Kante. He left Nima Kante, you know how many miles between Morovia and Nima Kante. He left Nima Kante, he left the people vulnerable to come in Morovia, to come kill Dro, to come and enrich himself. All the crime that Prince Johnson committed, all the looting he looted, what benefited the Nima Kante people? What benefited the Nimanians? I'm calling on every Nimanians to stand up that comes next election to vote Prince Johnson out, or else we will not take them serious.
All right.
Johnson has to go. Thank you this morning for the show.
Yeah. The message will not be there for now to 2023.
Man up. Don't waste your time. When I stay there until that time, you're talking about that time too far. Let's take some more calls, Buckeye.
Yeah, the phone lines are still open.
Do you know what he did, Buckeye? He gave up a seat on the Liberian ECOWAS parliamentarian delegation. He used to be a member of the Liberian ECOWAS parliamentarian delegation. He gave it up. He no longer goes to Nigeria. He gave it up.
So how he and TB Joshua can communicate now?
They can wait Prince Johnson. The only place Prince Johnson can even go and feel safe. That's from Monrovia to Nimba. He can't go anywhere else. And the thing, it's not just about Prince Johnson, it's about all war criminals. All of you who committed war crimes. It's not just Prince Johnson alone. No, it is not just him. The Americans are not coming for Prince Johnson alone. It is unfair to even make this about Prince Johnson. He's just he's just one of the people who does not keep his damn mouth shut. Every day he's threatening people. Every day he's insulting people because people are hurting. This man committed terrible, terrible crimes against the Liberian people, and he will not shut his damn mouth. He's making big mouth. So that's why whenever war crimes are mentioned or the war crimes code, that's why he's always on top. His name for mine, because Prince Johnson never keeps his damn mouth shut. He brags that a war crimes code would never come to Liberia, that he would never be prosecuted. And so he makes it fresh, and people are constantly reminded. He does that. That's why he keeps being mentioned. Let's take some more calls, my guy. Let's take some more calls.
All right, let's take this person. Good morning.
Good morning, Baka.
Yeah, your name is calling from?
Yeah, this is DJ Lumet.
Welcome.
Let me say good morning to Henry Pedro Costa. Look,
morning, my brother.
Those people, these citizens that were saying, oh, Costa, you get nothing. He lie. If I care, start disproving this and that. He had come. Yesterday, they were shocked when they heard the news. And more to come. And he said, if I direct, they don't went to the state, he went away, the poor running behind for a money. And direct, they don't say, you have a fruitful meeting with the American, we couldn't disclose it. So today, you are showing that Honorable Dillon and Pedro Henry Costa have been seeing the right thing and you can't pass. And this is just the beginning, people. This is just the beginning. Many more air to roll. And I continue to say, Costa, thank you. God will continue to empower you. God will continue to strengthen you. God will continue to lead you. For Liberian people to know that you are a man that got a heart of Liberia. Now, to just say that, just say things that will be negative, but you want improvement in this country. And by the grace of God, Costa, God will lift you up to the higher that no man will bring you down, my brother. Continue your good work and may God continue to bless our country. But I thank you for every morning that you wake up in the morning with other folks to go in our radio station to open it for the Liberian people to hear. And I know pretty soon and very soon, our frequency will be given back to us. I pray, we pray to God that it will come to pass. Thank you this morning. The physician are seen. They said they were making mockery. But now this is the time. Let us go listen to that show tonight and they will know what's happening. Thank you.
Thank you so much, DJ Lomer, for calling in. The phone lines are open, and you can be a part of the show. The WhatsApp number is +231 888 624171. Costa received a call yesterday from in Nima County, wherein the people are waiting to testify on how Prince Johnson killed their father. The guy explained it to me yesterday. I said, we'll get back to it.
Nima County people. Yes, that's another thing. Yes. I don't know. Prince Johnson killed a lot of Nibayans during the war.
Yes.
So these people, they're gonna come on, right?
Yeah, they will come on.
Nima County.
Yeah, I just told them that when we finish the set of people for next week, the following week they will get to them.
No, black guy. We have 5 days in a week, so we need to schedule 5 different people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we can schedule them. What way, Eduardo? Now you do the scheduling. So far, as far as I'm concerned, we have I think 3 people scheduled. So you can add those people there from paying Nimba County. That's very important because they are from his home county. We need to schedule them to bring them on.
Okay, let's take this person on the line this morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Your name are you calling from?
My name is Enego. I'm calling from Lupo Road this morning.
Okay, go ahead, my brother.
Only about Prince Johnson, but it's there like 382 flower. Everybody just calling. You know, 8 class, boost. Everybody can talk about it.
Okay, the phone lines are open, coming up, and you will be live on the line this morning. We're still taking calls wherever you are, just placing your calls on the following numbers, and you will be live on our show this morning. And we're still looking at our Stevie Zago issue. Steve Zago want to contest in Mr. Come 2023 on CDC ticket. That's his target, so he can do anything right now for George Weah. Anything George Weah says, that was Steve Zago.
Oh,
Steve
I
Zago
don't believe that goes that stupid set. CDC again when look when you run CDC ticket.
Costa, I'm telling you serious thing. I'm
Okay,
telling you.
then he's a classified fool if he thinks that he can run CDC ticket and win. In Lofa of all places. Yeah, right. He really fitting for true. Let's take another call.
Yeah, because we are still awaiting your calls. Keep your calls coming in this morning. 86-010-383-0770-102-102. If you're out of Liberia, you can call us up on WhatsApp. That's +231 888 There's no call yet. We still waiting on your calls. So the anti-robbery unit said they gunned down 5 armed robots in Pinsville Red Light this morning. Let's take this person from the WhatsApp number. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah.
How are you?
Your name, where you calling from?
My name is Patrick, and I'm calling from Central Europe. And actually, some of us right now, we are fasting and praying for all the enemies of justice of Liberia. They will die by fire.
Amen.
If you are enemy against the justice of Liberia, against the suffering of our people, you could be my mother or my father, you must die by fire. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, my brother. Let's take another person.
I know who that is. Patrick, good morning.
Yeah.
Is this the Costa Show?
Yeah, this is the Costa Show. Your name and where you calling us from?
Yeah, I am Mohammed King Kamara. This is my first time calling.
Okay, welcome. Calling us from where?
From out of the country. I have been an ardent listener of this communication. Of this.
Oh, we just missed your call again. You try calling in. Let's take this person. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Baka, and good morning to my leader, Henry P. Costa.
Basketball.
Yeah, good morning, Baka.
Welcome.
Baka, I want to tell my leader this morning that by 8 o'clock the evening will be my birthday. My birthday only come by time because I've already get my Hennessy with me when I'm listening to Ellen White. The deal that you will be dealing with it in the evening. I'll just get my Hennessy just to celebrate my birthday by 8 o'clock today. And for Prince Johnson, if you see the kind of killing that Prince Johnson do in Nima County, then that is the reason Prince Johnson fled from Nima and came to Kowe and make Kowe his base. Because he knew that the kind of killing, secret killing he did in Nima, he cannot sit down there. And to all the Nimadians, our brother, please let us join together and fight this fight. Prince Johnson, you people know that Prince Johnson never defend you. Prince Johnson never did anything for you. Please, all those things, all the things that Prince Johnson did to you people should come out and begin to see it. So the whole world will hear what Prince Johnson has done.
Okay.
Thank you, brother, and thank you to our leader.
Thank you so much, Basketball. Let's take Mohammed once again. Mohammed, welcome back.
Hello?
Yeah, Mohammed.
Hello? Yeah, like I said, I love your program and I've really been following your show. This is my first time calling on your show. Really, my contribution has to do with the war crime issue. I feel that it is really prudent that it should come to Liberia. Reason here is, if and only if they don't come, like other people before me said, there will be more impunity and people will feel that when they do wrong, they will go with impunity. We noticed that in Ghana, similar thing happened. For people to get redressed, those warlords were brought to book and they were able to confess what they did. Those who had means to help their people, help their people. But on the contrary of Liberia, that has never happened. People only came and brag how they killed this, they killed that, and did nothing for those who they hurt. So, only if reconciliation will come about, if they say the truth and, they'll be brought to book and pay for their crimes. So like that, we will start to move forward. Other than that, there will always be hatred in the hearts of those who are hurt. So that is my little contribution.
Mohammed.
Yeah.
So you say where you calling us from?
Prosecutors, I'm calling out of the country.
Oh, okay. No problem. Thank you.
Okay, listen. A very interesting point here. Very interesting point that I'm about to make. Yesterday, when I read the statement, one of the things I noticed at the heading of the statement said, wow. The statement says, below is a statement from the U.S. government on the Liberian Senate. Now, normally when the U.S. Embassy issues statements, they often say statement by the U.S. Embassy.
Yes, embassy. Yes.
But this statement, now, I was kind of confused. I mean, they normally don't say the U.S. government. They will not, even though the U.S. Embassy is an arm of the U.S. government, yes, represents the U.S. government, yes, but this statement specifically classified, or this statement was specifically classified as a statement emanating from the U.S. government. Now, I just got confirmation by a very credible embassy source that the statement was sanctioned, was approved by the United States Department of State. The statement was signed off on by the U.S. government as high as the Department of State. Why? That's why they say, yeah. So now I understand why the language statement of the U.S. government. So the statement yesterday did not just emanate from the embassy, even though from the embassy it would have still been very, very credible, very, very strong. But it is very, very good to note that the statement was sanctioned by the United States State Department. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, but people keep asking, why is it that we haven't seen it on the Liberian, the U.S. Embassy near Monrovia website? We haven't seen it on their Facebook page.
My man. No, why you matter? It's on there, but you just haven't seen it. It's there.
Okay, that was some
there, let's not even argue about that. Let's go to the lines and take some more calls. It is there.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. This is Artemis Gay from Chicago, Illinois.
Okay, go ahead, my brother. Welcome.
And yeah, thank you. I am so pleased with the issue of the justice issue we're talking about. And I'm glad Costa just mentioned a very powerful group that most people are not aware of. In 2014, we hosted a conference in Washington, D.C., the Office of Global Criminal Justice, which is directly at the U.S. Department of State. It's a group that actually organized to help us turn over war criminals, including people who steal from your country and build houses in foreign country. And they are very good friends of us. If I say us, I mean the Liberian diaspora. So that group has a number that is listed, just like what Henry was talking about. That number is always a hotline. You can call and report any criminal that you know there's some crime in Liberia, and they will take it. It's called the Office of Global Criminal Justice. That office also had one Steve Rapp. He worked for that office before. So I just want to let you guys know
about Barack Obama, Stephen Rapp. Thank you. Stephen Rapp is an advocate, an international advocate for justice, criminal justice, war crimes coding in Liberia. Stephen Rapp was appointed by Barack Obama. He headed that office, the Office of Global Criminal Justice. He went to Liberia a few years ago, about 2 years ago, and Jefferson Koji called a press conference, and he was blasting Stephen Rapp and ordering the Minister of Justice to arrest Stephen Rapp and deport him. Yeah, I remember very, very vividly. That stupid boy Koji. Let's go to the lines and take some more calls there, folks. And prepare yourselves for this evening.
Good morning. Good morning. Hello. Okay, that person not ready yet. Keep your calls coming in. We're still taking them on the line here this morning. So let me see, 0770-102-102. Let me see if I can take this person. Okay, that person slip up, but the phone lines are still open. Okay, let me take this call. Good morning.
Good morning, Abu Bakar. How you doing?
I'm okay. Your name, where you calling from?
And I'm calling from Mexico.
Okay, welcome.
Sometimes coming to studio, men and men of students are going to be not set and nothing. I mean, sometimes very free on fire. to see how many of that person is. You know, stuff and nothing yet. I mean, I can imagine they don't want to live their life. You know, what kind of money do they draw and send us to that? I mean, I think power is to see that. And he just escalating. I mean, in the corner, and you got to find a man who have a different intention. I mean, how people doing down there, I want you to always say, you don't do this stuff. Everyone is just trying to. They're going to say something about the past.
Okay.
I mean, also the person to choose that kind of way.
All right. Thank you
All
so
right,
much.
let's take another caller. That line is not so good. 8 p.m. today, Liberian time, and 4 p.m. Eastern time. Dr. Alan White, a big friend of Liberia, working in concert with other big friends of Liberia, inside and outside of the United States government, trying to bring justice and accountability, solely intended to enhance Liberia's democracy and to make the democracy work for the people. Dr. White will be our guest on an exclusive 1-hour interview on the Costa Show, which will be aired on 2 radio stations in Liberia. Those stations will be announced later, just before the show or just when the interview begins. We'll announce them. Dr. White will confirm a number of things that we've been hearing, some of which we here on the Costa Show have been telling you about, which citizens have vehemently been in denial of. He will confirm some of those things, of course, and it will be fascinating here. We will stream the show live on all of our platforms. All of our platforms will be streamed. The show will be streamed live on them. So you can look forward to watching and listening to the show on those platforms, as well as on radio in Liberia this evening and this afternoon, Liberia Eastern time. Let's take some more calls there, Baga. We've got more time there. We're going to take more calls. Baga just told us of a family from Kwen in Nimba County. They called, and we've got many surviving victims of the war. They've called, and that family from Kwen, Nimba County called and said Prince Johnson murdered their loved ones in their village. And so they will be speaking with us next week. We will schedule them. Baga work in concert with Eduardo. Y'all get a little notebook. Y'all write it, date. Y'all put the people there so y'all can't confuse it. Yeah. Work together.
All right. Let's take Momo. Momo, good morning. Welcome.
Thank you. Good morning, Baga, and good morning to my leader. I'm excited this morning. This is Momo. For now, I want to spend out Johnson. I'm very serious about it. This is Momo Critical. This is Momo Critical Costa. Prince Johnson, I don't want to mention my Prince Johnson. I want to be very calm about that. Quickly, let me just give information to the leader. Probably maybe the leader has so many information. The Madagascar help that George Weah was free, was a fine gesture. It was mentioned in the other report that we spent $1,000 in cash.
Yeah, we talked about that already, Momo.
Second to that, the World Clock is coming. Let me say this. I thought I told about my trying to look down on the leader, but let me say this. You start something and you do nothing about it, but you just come and start doing something about it. Leader, the Liberian people to change for them to do the work that they do. But I can say this today, as long as our leader and our senator, in president of the law, and other people are so interested in the work around food, believe in me, it will come. So I think I want to let's pray so that Leo Costa will have more money, they have long life and more wisdom. Because they my father will have money, we are going to love it to tell people in this country completely. You don't want a millionaire. So you have to kind of a contract to pray for long life, more knowledge, more courage, and more out there with more money. Long live. Thank you. We are with you.
Thank you so much, Momo. Let's take this other caller here. Good morning. Good morning.
Hello?
Yeah, good morning. Where are you calling from?
My name is Chris Sanon.
My man, listen to me through the phone. Don't listen to the receiver. Listen to me through the phone. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, where you say you calling from where?
My name is Chris Sanon. I call you from this morning.
Okay, go ahead.
Good morning again to our leader, Henry Pedro Costa, and good morning to our COP people and our motherland, Liberia. It is indeed a prudent thing this morning to read and listen to the report yesterday posted by the U.S. Embassy here, Moreover, against Prince Johnson. You know, the issue of security in our country should not just go further than that. It is a good thing that indeed people must be brought to justice to pay for those crimes that are committed against us, against our family members. We have been victimized by the particular individual and others that kill people and go, they feel that they will go free. That's just a that. It is indeed a good thing that they will be brought to justice. And Liberia, the issue of impunity will not just go like that. So we say thank you to our leader for coming up and making sure that people be brought to justice. The advocacy is starting. We know that Liberia will be saved one day, Liberia will be free one day. The people of Liberia will live a life and feel that indeed they have leaders that are working on their behalf. That is the ex-government of Georgia that continue to suffer the people of Liberia.
Okay.
So thank you this morning for the show. And we
Thank
will
you so much.
listen to Dr. Adam White today as an interviewing. That the Liberian people will know the happiness of this government. That the Liberian people will know the happiness of each and everyone that have been part of the atrocities committed against the Liberian people in our nation.
Thank you so much, my brother. We still taking calls. Keep it coming in this morning, and you will be live with us on the line wherever you are. Just placing your calls. Those in the diaspora, just dial +231 888 624171. That's the WhatsApp number. You can reach out to us on, and you will be live with us on the show this morning. Let's take somebody from this line. Good morning.
Hello?
Good morning. Your name, where you calling us from?
I'm Lamini S. Corner from Bon County. It's hard to get the number for anyway the international organization. Yeah, thank you very much. I'm very much happy to get you this morning. And I will first of all appreciate what you people did for me. And I talked with a woman, but look, Mr. Costa, this is not small organization you heading. The woman talked to me. I said, but I'm a lady, OP, but in the bottom, and the heart bottom of this woman here, really, COP is a very big organization, which you shouldn't overlook it. And in our Senate, it is very much important that we shouldn't trust in most of our Senate members. Those that were sent there by the COP actually will stand to defend the Liberian people. And this is why in selecting our leader for this country, presidency, COP need to play a major role. COP will not be a spectator in selecting a leader for this country, because when you follow the will of the COP, it would be very much good for the Liberian people. COP will never select any wrong thing for the Liberian people. You see what you Costa did the other time, you try to even reject, criticize Edwin Snow. It was not because of personal problem. It was because of Liberian people problem. You want to make sure anybody that go in that Senate shouldn't fool the people. You must not fool the people before going there. You see, you must not talk something when you reach there, then you change your mind. That's why you stood firmly the last time, you criticize the man. And COP have already getting rid of, type of lesson, religious lesson, COP. Because I remember in supporting Dara DeLong, there were no religion, no type of lesson, nothing they can. You, the Henry Costa, did this. You make sure all the type of people, all the religious people, John, no differences. That COP, I see, doing this. COP
we shouldn't join in the COP for money business. We should join it for voluntary sacrifice. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Brother
Thank
Lamini,
you.
thank you so much. I'm glad you spoke with our dear sister in the UK who asked for your number, which I sent to her, Sister Maria Mobility. That woman loves the COP because she loves Liberia. That's why you, Brother Lamini, that's why you love COP too. Anybody that loves Liberia will love COP. Anybody that loves COP will love Liberia. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's take some more calls there. Yes.
I love him on me. Can't
Who's
say
that?
not to happen to Prince Johnson if we are targeting the people of Nima. What kind of men are you? Who will be
Nobody.
looking at?
My late mother was married to a Nimbayan from Sagre, PA. My last two siblings, Xavier and Siaka, they are from Nimba County. Nobody's targeting the people of Nimba County. We are targeting people who committed crimes against the Liberian people. Anybody, whoever you are. Yes, let's take some calls there. Whoever you are. Let's take some calls.
Let's take Mark Kalilu Jabate. Mark, good morning and welcome to the show.
Good morning, Mabaka Tamara. Good morning, President Costa. You know, and I just want to check on the Prince Johnson issue. And people, I think, and what I'm trying to say here, people should not see that it was only Prince Johnson that participated in the Civil War. And a lot of things are happening around here. Although I'm supporting the establishment of World Country Tribunal now. If you check the Luchiche massacre, it was not Prince Johnson that committed that. If you check the Maha massacre, it was not Prince Johnson. If you check the Telemuya massacre, it was not Prince Johnson. If you check the Sinje massacre, it was not Prince Johnson. If you check the Bakatu massacre, it was not Prince Johnson. Although Prince Johnson committed crime against humanity. You understand? But people are doing it like, you know, it was Prince Johnson alone that committed massacre in this country.
I agree with you, man. It was not Prince Johnson.
If I send you the video that I have Costa, you will shed tears. Where I visited yesterday, Maha, is in Bomi County. Where Benjamin Williamson went and massacred over 400, 500 citizens. So in that river, that's the river the citizens are drinking now, is a safe drinking water for the river. Because there is no hand pump in that particular town. There is no hand pump in that particular town. Where they can make it about 400, 500 human beings in that area. But Liberian people, we are doing, it was the only Prince Johnson that participated in the Civil War. The one about Mark Ellen Sali, who said he should break the executive mansion. We should spend 12 years in power, she could not break the executive mansion. She even sponsored the war. She even sponsored who on part to bring who in this country here. So we should follow history around here. So many things happen. Therefore, D.K. Musadie, who was member of the Liberian Constitutional Committee, who know about D.K. Musadie, the TV Toy, the do, the TV Collect, all this were okay around here. It was not Prince Johnson that came there. But people today, like it was not Prince Johnson that committed a massacre in this country.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mark. Let's take somebody from the WhatsApp.
You are 100% correct.
Somebody from this.
War crime, but the difference is Prince Johnson is the one who will keep it off shot. He is the
good
one
morning.
Welcome. He is the one that keeps making it look like he's proud of what he did. He shows no remorse. He's not showing that he's sorry. And that's why people are angry with him. And people keep mentioning him because he will not shut his name off.
All right. So, good morning. Your name, where you calling us from?
But the court should come for everybody.
I'm okay. Your name, where you calling from?
No, but Prince is the one that will not show him off.
Okay, go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, let me say good morning to you. Let me say good morning to Henry Costa. Actually, I'm very, very disappointed in our legislature. You know, the legislature succeeded in suspending a district just for insulting President Weah and rewarded Prince Johnson, who killed our country within the leadership of the Senate. You know, let me say this. I think it is a time now that the ordinary citizen can solicit signatures and petition the international community and the U.S. government so that they can sanction the government until our leaders can regain their senses. Because the country is bleeding. The country is bleeding. You have people who have been victimized from this war. And then somebody coming out every day, every night to boast. He tries to protest any section of the country. That is why he killed people.
Okay.
Is Prince Johnson the only one that fought war? No, he's not the only one, but why he's always coming out? How is he always coming out to defend with people who committed atrocities against humanity and the state are all in Liberia? Why are they not talking? It is time that we rise as ordinary citizens and petition the U.S. government to censure the Liberian government. It's too much. The country is bleeding.
All right. Thank you so much, my brother, for calling in. Good morning.
15 more minutes to go, Baga. We'll take some more calls.
Yeah, good morning. Welcome.
This is Thomas Asumana from Baltimore.
Yeah, welcome.
I'm only one thing clear here about Prince Johnson. Everybody say, why Prince Johnson? Why Prince Johnson? Look, Prince Johnson is on top of this line here because Prince Johnson is an American citizen. You have got to understand this. You cannot kill an American citizen and go in vain. It's not going to work. Prince Johnson is targeted because he killed an American citizen. We know. Look at the statement. They classify him as notorious criminal. They classify him as notorious criminal. There are other people who committed atrocity against the Liberian people. They are going to be brought in as well. But because this man killed an innocent American citizen, he shared the blood of American citizen. That's why they didn't hire on. And the 5 Catholic nuns that were also killed in Ghana's way, we are soliciting names for people who were involved in that killing. Not only Prince Johnson, more people will follow Prince Johnson. Thank you for bringing me on.
Thank you so much, Mr. Asumana, for calling. We still taking your calls. Let's take Chairman Mohammed Kone from Johnsonville. Good morning.
Good morning, Boakai, and good morning to Leader Helen Pedro Costa. My name is Mohammed S. Kone, and I call from Johnsonville. Let me respectfully disagree with Mark Tabake. Bro, the way Prince Johnson behaves, that's the way the people will treat him. You can't come in this country and create mayhem. You kill people, and you want nobody to talk about it. Every time we talk about Wakako, he is the only person that can respond. And you do horrible things, like other people did. Like Sheku Damati Kone. But you don't hear Sheku Damati Kone talking. You can't hear Drobole talking, Drobole in Harvard. As represented today. He doesn't talk. But what Prince Johnson when you have a Wakako, that will say you not do something in the heart. So you need to stop it. So if Prince Johnson will behave himself properly, nobody will just walk up. How will that be walk up for the war economic for an individual? When you fight, the issue of the blood of one person cause it. When I tell you hanging it, so we are hanging it instead of economic mile. So we are hanging that. Whatever war economic, when I tell you hanging that. So every time we talk about it, you need to show it damn more or a second. If the leader particular of Senate, you don't deserve to be there, but the people of Nibaka, they feel sorry for the place in that Senate. That is showing them more because he can't win a place there. Your pro war, they get 250,000 in Liberia. Have these people gotten justice? No. So, you know how many people in Liberia who breathing for justice for that damn war? That people is showing them more up.
Okay.
We're targeting. The moment he responds to us, we'll go for him. Because we know automatic connect not talking, job will not talking, other wall are not talking. That is so funny to us. Last day to conclude, the Senate is useless. We need to dissolve that Senate. See Zago now wants to be in that Senate. When I see Zago, you know wants to be in that Senate? I don't know how Lafayette came to a decision to make that idiot senator. They may have been forced to 2 out. And that is the least mistake you will ever make in life. You want to go on CDC ticket to win local country. That's their dream. It's an impossible time. It will never happen. Thank you. God bless us.
Thank you so much, Mohammed from Johnsonville. Let's take somebody from this one. Good morning.
Good morning. Is this Rook FM?
Yeah, your name, where you calling us from?
This is Amon Tower calling from Old Monrovia.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you, sir. On this issue about Prince Johnson and the war crimes court, we know that Prince Johnson has a church, and so he has devotees. We understand that he has indoctrinated people who will speak for him at all costs, who will defend him at all costs. The people who are defending him should know that people also have feelings. And if Prince Johnson will be the only person who will act as though he's representing all the war criminals or alleged or accused war criminals in this country, then so be it. People who have been hurt must speak out. And if you would think calling out Prince Johnson is more dangerous than the atrocities it caused, then I feel sorry for whoever is defending him. So Prince Johnson go around threatening people to the extent that no war crimes will ever come here. What does that mean? And so I think people are justified for making him the subject because he himself made himself the subject. Thank you. God bless you.
Okay. Thank you so much for calling in. And we're taking more calls here on the line. Soon your calls come in.
We've got 12 more minutes to go. We're taking a few more calls here. And don't forget to follow today, 8 p.m. Liberian time, 4 p.m. Eastern time. Yes, somebody just sent me a message here. Prince Johnson really killed the Nimbayans, especially the Mano people. Bang is in district number 8, where Honorable Larry Yonkwe represents. In 1991, there was a guy called 00, was killing people with power saw to LPMC around a train track in Bang. And there was a guy called Stanley Ligue, commonly called John Pake, from Jipo Township, where represented. Yeah. Okay. Wow, Flomba. Yeah. So they say, Prince doesn't kill a lot of boy in Nima, Bogai.
Yeah. Let's take this person. Good morning.
Good morning, Boakai and Rebi Costa. My name is Napoleon Sosu, calling from Colorado, Denver.
Welcome.
You see, impunity that is going on in Liberia, we need to stop it. Laji Kroma is a criminal. George Boley is a criminal. Helen Wike Salif, she's a criminal. So the first thing here is that Prince Johnson will be picked up because he killed Americans, and then the order will follow. So thank you for having me this morning.
Thank you so much for calling. And
Hold on there. Listen, folks. Liberians are interesting people. So we've been doing advocacy for the last 10 years. We've paid the ultimate price. We've gone to jail 2 times. We've had our radio stations, several radio stations shut down. 2, Voice FM in 2016 by Ellen, and Roots FM in 2019 by George Weah. We've been chased out of the country. We've faced possible extradition. With God on our side, we triumphed. We've been featured in tons of international reports, several U.S. Human Rights, State Department Human Rights annual reports. We've received international acclamation, recognition. We've been regarded as the 33rd influential African for the year 2020 by the reputed Africa report published in France. We've been honored and cited by the former governor of the state of Rhode Island, Gina Raimondo, who is now the Secretary of Commerce of the United States government under the Biden administration. We have the document, the certificate right here, folks. We've been honored by the mayor of, this is it right here from the state, Governor Gina M. Raimondo, right here. Certificate of special recognition. Yeah, here you go, from the governor, who is now the Secretary of Commerce of the Biden administration. I'm going to read it. Certificate of Special Recognition. Be it known that I, Gina M. Raimondo, Governor of the State of Rhode Island and Providence Plantations, extend my congratulations to Henry P. Costa on the occasion of being honored for your civil rights advocacy in Liberia. In appreciation of being a voice for the voiceless Liberians, I am pleased to issue this certificate of special recognition. You have my best wishes for your continued success. Giving honor my hand and seal, giving honor my hand and the great seal of the state of Rhode Island and Providence Plantations this 7th day of March 2020, Gina M. Raimondo, Governor. Okay. From the mayor. Why am I saying these things? You think it's just now? This is from the Honorable Mayor. There you go, folks. The Mayor of Providence. Citizen citation presented to Henry P. Costa. I, Oye O Iloza, Mayor of the City of Providence, do hereby confer upon you this citation in recognition of your inspiring advocacy for Liberian civil rights. I'm joined by the residents of Providence in sincerely thanking you for your efforts to create a more just and equitable society. We wish you continued success in your future endeavors and hope you can join us in Rhode Island again soon. Giving honor the seal of the Mayor of the City of Providence, this 7th day of March 2020, Mayor of Providence. Now, folks, being ranked the 33rd most influential African among the likes of Aliko Dangote, Africa's richest man, among the likes of Julius Malema, on the ranking of 50 Africans, the 33rd. This has not come without paying the ultimate price. It has not been easy. So when I see people who envy us, we've been interviewed, we've been published by almost every major international news organization, CNN, Al Jazeera, the BBC, multiple times, Voice of America, you name it, tons of international news organizations, Deutsche Welle, you name it, Reuters News, AFP, AFC, AP, Radio France International. So the thing is, we didn't suddenly wake up and arrive here. You see, sometimes when I see people say all kinds of things about me, people who are so desperate to try to be like us and where we are, I see you and I laugh at you because you're wasting your time. To be where Henry Costa is, you have to work very hard. You have to be willing to make many sacrifices. And you have to be genuine and you have to be consistent. That does not mean we have not made mistakes. We've made tons of mistakes. But you can't just wake up today and expect to be where we are. All these international recognition. The other day I read about myself. I just Googled myself and I read about myself in a report filed by the Legislative Information Service. This is the body that does research for the United States Congress. And they had this little boy that was born in Marshalltown. He was recognized in that report, mentioned in our report. This report is supplied to all members of Congress of the United States Congress, all 535 of them. All 535 members of Congress receive this report or these reports that come from the Legislative Information Service of the United States Congress. We did not arrive here overnight. You cannot suddenly wake up today and start a Facebook show and get to where we are. It took many years of sacrifice, dedication. And God himself set us on this path. He gave us this gift of God. Everybody doesn't have it. Everybody doesn't have the same gift. Some of you get on, you speak for hours, and you can barely get 100 or 200 people to even watch you or listen to what you have to say. But God put us in this place where we can get thousands and thousands of people to watch us live. It is a gift from God himself. All this envy and this pettiness, we go to Liberia and thousands of people line the streets to receive us. Some of them sleep at the airport to receive us. Do you think this is ordinary? It is not ordinary. It is extraordinarily divine and blessed by God himself. Quit the bitterness. Quit making yourself frustrated. You are not us. You cannot be us. God has a purpose for everyone. Everyone has their time. This is our time. This is our moment to shine. There will come a time we will leave this stage, and others who might do greater things than we have done will come along. But today, right this moment, we are the most powerful voice in the country. We may not be a political leader, but we can move people into action more effectively than most political leaders can. We inspire a whole nation. We bring a whole government to its knees. Do you think it is because I am 6 foot tall and I speak and I have a very large vocabulary? Do you think that's why I accomplished this? No, it is because we were blessed and ordained by God. If not, we would not be able to do this. Why don't you understand? Just leave this boy. We are blessed, extraordinarily blessed, recognized by. So there's a lady on the cabinet, in the Biden cabinet, that knows me. She knows of my work. You think that American governor of the state of Rhode Island will give me special recognition for what? It's right there. Today, if my issue were to come up anywhere where that lady is, she would say, oh yeah, I know Costa, what Costa does. Gina M. Raimondo, the Secretary of Commerce of the United States Cabinet. Now, folks, why are you fighting this? Some of you been doing that thing, yeah. You can't G no haul. You fight. You can't go anywhere. You can't get traction. You cannot get people to pay attention to you. You're desperate for attention. We are not desperate. It comes to us naturally because we were extraordinarily blessed, divinely inspired to walk this path. It has not been easy, but God has been with us as he was with David, as he was with Moses, as he has been with every man and woman he has called up to serve a particular purpose at a particular time. This is our time, folks. There was a time of Abba Pot. There was a time of Marcus Matthews. Now it's the time of Henry Costa. Whether you like it or not, there's nothing you can do about it. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Do you think it's my own making that I have the largest following on social media? That we have the largest platform? Tens and tens of thousands of people listen to us and follow us every day? Even though we don't have a radio station, you think that is my own making? You are mistaken. I see. And why am I talking about this, folks? I'm talking about it because there are some people who are now saying, oh, Costa was never involved in this war crimes advocacy thing. Today now he's jumping in there, he's trying to steal the glory from other people who've been doing it. But I'm sure you've read that somewhere.
Sure.
That's what they're saying now. Costa was in advocacy when you never even imagine what they call advocacy. Now, if you say it is true that Costa has never been involved in the advocacy for war crimes code, and you've been doing it, and today Costa trying to steal the glory, something has got to be wrong with you. Are you saying you have been doing it for a year or 2 or 3 consistently and nothing has happened? There's been no traction because nobody really pays attention to you because you are not that important. And suddenly we are involved and something is about to happen. You are wrong. It is not true. It is not I that's about to make anything happen. No. The Americans by themselves have decided, the international community, they've decided that it is high time action was taken on war crimes to bring the culture of impunity in Liberia, which is deeply, deeply, pervasively rooted, to bring it to an end. War crimes will not come to Liberia because Henry Costa is suddenly talking about it. No! The Americans have already decided. So now you're making it look like, oh, look at him. He's just jumping to steal the glory. That is a very sick thing to say. So you are saying all along you've been talking and nobody's been listening to you? And because now we have the likes of Dr. Alan White that can come on, we're gonna interview him because we know him, because we've met him, and you haven't met people like that, and you can even pull 100 people on the streets. We could stay in America and ask people to go to the hospital and rescue Justina Tiller, and over 1,000 people turn up. You think that is my own making? It is God. God has been with us. He keeps elevating us. Every day you find something to say about Costa. Man, we are just glowing. God loves us all. But God gives certain people a purpose. Some of you were not born for certain things. Some of you were not called for certain things. You only force yourself into certain things because you want attention, because you want fame and glory. I did not force myself into this. I did not. God brought me into this. He's guided me through. He prepared me for this. All those many years I used to sit and read books and read just about any kind of material I could lay my hands on. Those years I was cultivating, honing the skills and talent that come in very handy today. That's why we can speak to BBC and CNN and Al Jazeera and make a very strong case. We were being prepared. I remember in the Bible when God said to Jeremiah that, Jeremiah, I want you to be my prophet. And Jeremiah said, Lord, I cannot even speak well. And God said, Jeremiah, before you were born, before you entered your mother's womb, I knew you. And I knew what you would be able to do. And so you're wasting your time, folks. You cannot be Henry Costa. In every struggle, now I'm a student of history. During the civil rights struggle in America, there were many actors, there were many people on the front line. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was the preeminent and a paragon. He was the preeminent civil rights icon. He was the number one, black guy. There were other people fighting, but Dr. King was the most powerful. There was Malcolm X, who couldn't stand the ground Dr. King walked on. But yet, Dr. King was the number one man. There was Du Bois, F.W. Du Bois. But Dr. King was the preeminent civil rights activist. In South Africa, there were many icons. I mean, take Nelson Mandela, for example, who had just graduated law school, and he was leading a very philandering lifestyle, and he was recruited by Walter Sisulu, who was his mentor. He was recruited into the ANC, and he saw something in Mandela. He saw charisma, he saw brilliance, he saw passion, and he recruited him. And in no time, Nelson Mandela became the face of the movement, the arrowhead of the movement. There were many people in jail with Nelson Mandela, but Mandela was the face of the struggle. Every struggle has to have a preeminent face, has to have a leading voice. Every struggle. There will be other actors, but there will be one major actor. And God decided this actor would be me. It would be Henry Costa. Every struggle, that's true. Samuel Sakama, for those of you who haven't read, Nelson Mandela was hated by many people in the ANC. They didn't like Mandela. They felt Mandela was nowhere. And all of a sudden, Mandela became the face of the anti-apartheid struggle. So, folks, stop wasting your time. This is Henry Costa's moment. This boy was being prepared. When many of you, now you see, look, let me tell you something. Every revolutionary, God prepared them and gave them certain gifts. Dr. King had this mesmerizing eloquence about him. Nelson Mandela was a great speaker. He was charismatic. You understand? Even Malcolm X, every revolutionary, every fighter for social justice. Mahatma Gandhi was a brilliant man. Led the non-violent movement for the independence of India until in 1947 the British gave up and India became an independent country from the British. God, for you to be the leader of a mass-based struggle for social and economic justice, for independence, or whatever that struggle is, you have to have certain gifts. And the key among all of them is the gift of the God. You have to be able to speak well. Oh, you go up, you come down. All the great revolutionaries, all those great people, they had the gift. If all of them had the gift, you don't have that gift, you're wasting your time. You have to have the gift. So the first thing you need to do, you have to have the gift. The gift of God. The ability to speak with eloquence and fluency. The ability to speak with eloquence and fluency, to command and captivate, to mesmerize, to inspire, to move men and women into action, old, young, people from all backgrounds, all walks of life. If you don't have the gift of God, the ability, the sophistication, the enlightenment, you're wasting your time. You can't speak well. You can't write well. You don't have a strong sense of history. And you want to be a revolutionary? You're wasting your time. This is not your calling. We are not here because we chose ourselves to be here. We were called. And before we were called, we were prepared and set on our way. And so we have the gift of God. I need no one to tell me that, for I know I do have the gift of God. So no revolutionary is poorly spoken. You can even speak well. Then you say you are a revolutionary, you want to lead a movement. You're wasting your time, my friends. You're wasting your time. Do you know why Barker's Matthew was so popular? He was the least credentialed among his peers at the time, the likes of Dew Mason, the likes of Tipote, Dr. Famula, but he was the most charismatic. He was a strategic thinker, and he had the gift of God. So, my friends, envy me not. For no matter how much you envy me, you cannot and will not be like me. Because I was called to do this. I am not here by my own making, my friends. So I have come to steal no show from you. God set me on this path. And on this path I shall accomplish so much. Look at what we've accomplished. Internationally recognized. A cabinet secretary of the current Biden administration recognized me, honored me in her state. So right now in that room, if you mention the name Henry Costa in Joe Biden's cabinet, Gina Raimondo will say, yes, I know the guy. Yes, I know the guy. I honored him when he went to my state in March of 2020. Yes. This is a gift. And we are humbled and honored that we were called to serve. And so stop envying us. This is not a competition. We're not engaged in competing with people who are vain, who are seeking attention and relevance. We've got so much attention. So much attention. And all this attention, we want to channel this to what? Serving the people. You know, there used to be a time, folks. There used to be a time when I was fascinated and swept away and blown away by all the attention we got. All the theme everywhere I go, and everybody wants to take a picture with me. And there was a time when I was much younger that it got to my head. But then over the years, I've been molded, I've matured, my emotional intelligence increased, and now I know why I am here. I am not here for myself. I am here because God prepared me to set me on this path to help bring change to my country, to help bring democracy that works for all of our people, that would spur an era of economic prosperity and social justice. A better Liberia is possible. And that is the cause to which I am dedicated and committed. And so stop wasting your time, folks. Stop wasting your time. The things God prepared me for, the things I am meant to do, you have not even seen any of it. What you've seen is a fraction of what is yet to be done. My best days are ahead. And my days, the things that I am meant to do, are meant to benefit this country. Wonderful things are going to happen. So, the gift of God, the ability, the capability to speak with eloquence and fluency, to captivate, to inspire, to move men and women into action. It is not a gift that every man has got. It is a gift reserved only to a few. And in my case, humbly and truthfully, chosen by God himself. There are old men who envy me. It is not just my peers that envy me. Old men, old women, they envy me because they don't have the gift that God gave me. Period. Kaput. That's it. The gift to have men and women believe in you, as flawed as you may be, it is not one that God lightly bestows upon people. It is not one that is lightly bestowed. It is not one. It is that gift that catapulted Barack Obama in that one speech delivered at the Democratic National Convention in 2004. It is that one gift, that one speech, that gift, that remarkable oratorical prowess that elevated and catapulted that skinny black boy with a funny name from Chicago to the most powerful office in the land 4 years later in 2008. It is that gift, the gift of God, the ability to speak with fluency and eloquence, to inspire, captivate, command, or move. Don't waste your time, folks. 10 years. Now, while you may have been exposed to me a few years ago, for 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, and some of you for as long as we've been around on the public stage, but guess what? Before we amounted to the public stage, before we were encouraged by DJ Blue to become a talk show host, we were prepared, perhaps before we were born, and were set foot on this path. It is an extraordinary thing. And I give all thanks and all glory to my Lord and my Savior. Every time my enemies lay a trap before me, God frustrates their plans. He frustrates them. I remember when I was in Sierra Leone, and I was not afraid. There was just this feeling, this sense of constant reassurance. And the voice was telling me, my son, do not be worried, do not worry, for I am with you. And you shall win. I was not afraid. There was just something, it was just inexplicable. I could not put my hands on it. I could not understand it. But I just felt assured that I would not be deported to Liberia, that I would not be extradited in order to be humiliated by my enemy. The Lord never allows that. every time and you face an ordeal, if God is with you, he will step up and he will ensure that you are not humiliated by your enemy. He did it with with Daniel. When Daniel was placed in the lion's den, he did it with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. The three Hebrew boys who were placed in the fiery furnace and it didn't burn because they refused to bow to worship a false god. God does that every single time when he is with you. When he calls you up himself and says, my son, this is what you are here to do. And so you can envy me all you want. But there is just something about me that even I myself took a long time to understand. I took a long time to understand. And you know, somebody said something the other day. I went to a function. I will share this story with you. I was so deeply moved and deeply inspired. I went to a function the other day on Friday, the evening of Friday of last week. And this gentleman said to me, I will call his name. I will call his name. And you know, I had the privilege. I had the honor. I had the honor. Every time I'm in a company of elders, I listen more, I talk less. I've learned a lot. I don't toot my own horn. Some of you think I'm this arrogant guy. You should meet me in person and you will realize the kind of person that I am when I'm not behind this microphone. And I said, and I listen. His name is Joshua Cassell. This was Joshua Cassell and two other gentlemen whose names I will not call. But Joshua Cassell's words still ring so true to me. It is as if he's currently altering those words to me right now as I speak to you. He said to me, he said, Henry, you do not realize the gift that you have. He said, you may take it for granted, but you have been called. Now, I've heard that tons of times, but there was just something unique about the way he said it. He said the other day, I heard you say, it is not my time. Because somebody had said, oh, Costa, run for this or run for that. And I said, he said, do not alter those words again. He said, for it is your time. He said to me, he said, Costa, do you know that every person in the Bible who God chose to be something believed that it was not them? And he began to give me examples. This man, wise man, well-spoken man, brilliant man, Joshua Cassell, he said, Costa, do you remember when the prophet Samuel was sent to the household of what was David's father's name, Jesse or Jacob? And they sent him, and when he brought all his sons, the elder sons. And God told the prophet Samuel, no, it is not any of these elder boys that I want. I want David, the shepherd boy. And when Samuel went and sought out David in the field, minding his father's flock, and Samuel said to him, say, are you David, the son of Jesse? David said, yes. He said, I am his son, the shepherd boy. And Samuel said, you have been chosen by God himself to become king of Israel. And I have come to anoint thee. And David said, I'm sure you're making a mistake. It could not be me. It could not be me. And so this man said to me, he said, Costa, you think that it is not you. Or now is not your time, but you may be wrong. And so I say to you, my friends, why do you think you don't have thousands of people watching you and listening to you every time you open your mouth? Because some men take it upon themselves to do certain things that God had nothing to do with that decision. But when God himself decides that you would do that thing, and he prepares you, and he sets you on your way, men will pay attention. People from all walks of life, Americans, Africans, Europeans, all over the world, they will listen to what you have to say because God himself set you on that path. And so, and it will come to you naturally and effortlessly. You will not have to labor, to impress, to cajole, to move, to inspire. It will be natural Because God gives you the resources, the intellect, the gift to move men and women into action. And so keep envying me. You're wasting your time. And then there are the older people who say, oh, the boy is frisky. The boy is so frisky. They say that about David. David's brother said he was frisky. Why the hell would he think that God wanted him to be king over them? Joseph's brother said that about him. They sold him into slavery because they envy him. And they didn't know they were doing Joseph a favor. They didn't know they were working and serving as part of the fulfillment of the prophecy that he would be sold into slavery to go to the household of Potiphar. And in the household of Potiphar, God will give him a unique gift, a gift to interpret dreams. And that gift would elevate him and he would become prime minister. They didn't know that. Sometimes your enemies think they're harming you, they're setting you up, but they don't know by doing that, they're helping to fulfill your prophecy, the prophecy of your life. Can I get an amen, folks? You know, somebody said to me, a good friend says to me, and tons of people have said that to me, Costa, do you know you could actually be a pastor? You could set up a church? I said, no, my friend. I am so passionate about everything I do that I wouldn't try to set up a church if I didn't believe and if I wasn't convinced that God had called me to be a pastor. But what I am convinced that God called me to do is to be a voice for those without a voice. Is to stand up for those who cannot stand up for themselves. Is to lend my resources and myself toward causes that are good. We'll take a few calls, Baga, just 5, and then we'll close up. 5 calls, we'll go. So stop envying me, folks, because this is my time. This is Henry Costa's time. Don't hunt what you cannot kill. 5 calls, and we go.
Okay, so 5 calls. Let's see if we can take Calvin Adams. Yeah, she tried calling us previously.
Yeah, she asked me the number earlier.
Yeah, let's take Calvin Adams. Good morning, welcome.
Good morning, Buckeye. Thank you for having me on the show. Good morning, Henry. Thanks for all you do for Liberia. You know, some people will say, oh, artists talking politics and she just be focusing on her gospel music. But let me just start by saying that even here in Nigeria, the great men of God, the likes of Adeboye and Papa Oyedepo, they encourage time of NSAS to turn up police brutality and what was happening. So it is only in our country that I believe that the administration will evolve. Forgetting to know that the politics of the country affects everything and anything concerning and the nation.
Oh, trying to reconnect. I don't know, but hope she can call back. Let's take this person as we're trying to reconnect with her. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah. Your name are you calling from?
I'm Timothy Smith calling from San Francisco.
Good
morning, Boga. Good morning, Costa.
Morning, Timothy.
Thank you so much for the show this morning. I just want to bless God. And I just want to tell you that you gave me hope. Because last time you said on your show, you know, when we bring the CPP, when they do that, I will give up. But I listened to you this morning, and we were sitting down in gallery and listening to you. You gave up hope. Don't never give up, Costa. Yeah, for Liberia. We will be in it until we die. But this morning, thank you so much. And I gotta be strong. You're a leader. You gotta be strong. No matter what happens. Look, your best friend know your enemy is your best friend. And if they know your prosperity, they know that God has already choose you. So no matter what happens, I want you to be focused on this country because everything they're saying all the years is going on now. When we live in the local radio station, now your cost need all on it.
Okay.
And everything you've been saying from the beginning of the country, since the government came to power, Costa, we the Liberian people now on the local radio station, and we are saying it. That the reason you have to hear Costa for a year because of lesson passé. Look at the country now. They took the Prince Johnson and you're putting in the control security right now. The whole country confused. The man was talking about prosecution, war and economic crime code. Look at the net people living here Costa. They have built duplex over the years. Duplex, 300,000, 400,000. No accountability, no rule of law. Everybody round 6-4, everybody going to leave the street. So who is in charge of the country? That's why they were behind you. That's why we tell the people, we the voter, we are the cause. Let's change it. We move the people to the bottom bar. 2023 Costa, the CPP that the face of the country. And we, some of us, I'm willing to support, and I support you 100% because we will not stand for ourselves. We don't need, we're not stand for us right now because we brought the problem. Okay. And how we can solve the problem, we need to clean the house of parliament. We need to know where our money going, our resources. So thank you, my brother. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you so much, my brother. Let's take Sis Canvi again. Sis Canvi, welcome back.
Yes, thank you. I don't know what happened. I went off, so I was trying to call direct.
Yeah, again, let me say thank you to Henry for all you do. Once God has his hands upon you, there is nothing that can change it. There's nothing that can stop it. So have that at the back of your mind. And I was talking about the issue of this war crimes court. You know, I did an article on it yesterday. The issue, the system of impunity has to be abolished in Liberia. That's the only way hope for a brighter future can be restored in that country. As long as we have this system of impunity, where people just do everything and we think we are so related and we are close to each other and everybody knows everybody, so we should let it go and let bygone be bygone. Liberia is not going anywhere forever until we have that system abolished. So the issue of the war crimes court, I am advocating that the court should go for every and anyone related to it, not leaving anybody out, because we know that there are certain people who we give power to. They went and took office, looted the country, and are now using the resources to manipulate justice that we would not get full justice. We want justice for everything and anyone who should go. I did an article yesterday, and some people came in my inbox laughing at me that is going for only Prince Johnson and so on and so forth. Let us all raise our voices together. We don't want the court to be partial. Everybody should go. Not one person should stay. We have to get rid of this system of impunity. Sierra Leone had the TRC, and the recommendations for the TRC were implemented. Not one ex-warlord took office. Syria, we paid them with lucrative positions. This is where they got the country today in debt. They got the country in abject poverty. And any person listening to me who is a man of God that says that I'm demonic because I'm speaking into politics, where you are, because true to your members, you will speak to them in the poverty that they are wallowing in today. And so Senator Prince Johnson should stop talking about President Weah is a man of peace and he's not going to bring war crimes. But what does it mean by peace? What does it mean by peace? Is there any peace without justice? What is the meaning of peace without justice? Okay. He's even further implicating the president. So I believe that President Weah has started this right from the beginning of this regime. He would not have been under so much pressure at this moment. So let us all put our voices together to ensure that not one of them, those who aided, those who abetted, those who even contributed 1 cent by any means, should all face justice for the 250,000 lives that were lost. And this way will deter would-be future attempts, and it's also going to encourage growth and prosperity in Liberia when we abolish the system of impunity. Okay. I stand for it to the letter. So thank you very much for hearing me this morning.
Thank you so much, Sis Calvin.
Yes, sister. You know, a very talented, gifted gospel singer, Sister Canvi Gaines Adams. She's currently based in Nigeria, where she's doing very well for herself, but her heart, as well as she's doing in Nigeria, Canvi still cares about her country and still loves Liberia. Let's take some more calls then.
Let's take our big brother from the States. Good morning, welcome.
Yes, good morning. You know, Costa, just as you said, the first time I ever listened to the Costa Show, if I had never used to listen to the Costa Show, it was...
Yeah, just call your name so other people can know.
Okay. Yeah, okay, this is journalist James Aquid in Waterloo, Iowa, USA.
Okay, welcome.
It was journalist and Maxwell Johnson. And he came in the newsroom that morning. He said, James, I said, yes. He said, have you ever listened to a boy on People FM with DJ Blue? Costa? I said, no. He said, this boy has a gift. And Costa, let me just commend you for all the things that you continue to do, that God continue to use you and the rest of it. So when I went the following morning and I listened to you, I said, oh yes, Maxwell indeed did not lie. And you know, that indeed you have that voice to put people into action, to make people to do things indeed and in the right way. So I just want to tell God, thank you, for you and those who continue to doubt you and say, oh yes, I mean, most of the time, I mean, he lies and the rest of it, they are wasting their own time. And the last thing I want to say, when you are in Sierra Leone, I received a call. Oh, the Costa you support and the rest of it, he will be deported to Liberia. And tears came to my eyes. I said, that is not going to happen. I just want to tell God, thank you for you. I woke up this morning listening to you. The last comment you just made brought indeed tears to my eyes indeed. Indeed, there's something God is using you for. Let me stop here and say kudos to you and many thanks. Thank you.
Thank you, Big Brother. You've brought tears to my eyes, and several people have written me and they've said that they felt tears came to their eyes as well. Folks, I'll be the first to admit, Buckeye, we would take no more calls, and I just want to say this: I'm very emotive right now. I'm tearing up. The first time I cried on the Costa Show was October the 3rd, 2019, on that fateful, memorable day, where I spontaneously called for Liberians to turn up to go and rescue Justina Taylor. I didn't know how they would respond. I wasn't sure. I didn't even think. I didn't even calculate it. It was spontaneous. And when Liberians turned out, over 1,000 human beings, and they blocked the Tottenham Boulevard for hours, traffic came to a screeching halt. It was peaceful, but resilient and disobedient. Very, very civil. And when I witnessed it that day, it was the longest running edition of the show, 6 hours and 30 minutes. I cried when I saw the response of the people. Boy, that morning. When they were calling me, especially those who were on their way to Cali Hospital that day. And there were people calling into the show and they were saying, Costa, you've done so much for us. You've paid the ultimate price. You've risked your life. Today we'll show you that we believe in you. I cried. Like I'm crying now. This is the second time I'm actually crying on the Costa Show. I just couldn't believe it. And in the end, we won. And God used all of us. And we saved Justina Taylor's life. God knows my heart. I don't envy anyone. I don't really hate anyone. I just want the best for my country. I am not perfect. Far from it. I would be the first to tell you. There was a time I was petty and I would try to make mockery of people. I mean, I will still make mistakes. I have made mistakes and I will still make mistakes. But I rather err on the side of the truth. I rather err on the side of doing what's right. God knows I could use this platform to benefit myself entirely. God knows I could be faking, but God knows. God knows my heart. We just want the best for our country. That's all we want. That's all we want. I understand there is a country where cynicism and skepticism they're rife and they're legitimate for people to be suspicious of people, suspect of people. That you might be pretending to be something that you are not. But oh God, you know we couldn't pretend for 10 years to be this. You know, I always say to you, there are two roads, like the Bible says, there is a road that's paved with gold. That's a road to hell. And the rugged, crooked, uneven path is a road that leads to heaven. We could choose the road paved with money and luxury and comfort and be friends with government. But we chose the path that is rugged, that involves going to jail, having your radio station shut down, having your life threatened, facing government witch hunt, getting sued, and all kinds of frivolous lawsuits slammed against you. That is the path that we consciously chose. And the Bible says those who stand for the poor and speak for the poor, God looks upon them very favorably. He lifts his countenance upon them. And sometimes God may even look away from your iniquity. God loves the poor. Even the Holy Quran talks about that. And so I am no savior. I know some of you see me more than I see myself. Some of you treat me more than I even treat myself. But I tell you this. I am just one ordinary guy who believes very profoundly, without a doubt, that Liberia can and will be better. And it will work for all of our people. You know, I'm in a chat room of people who support Joe Boakai. And yesterday we were talking about something which I will not tell you about. And one of them said to me in the chat room, Costa, you know, you support the old man, Joe Boakai, and yet you bash, you criticize the Unity Party. And don't you know that affects the old man because you cannot divorce him from the party? And I said to him, I said, I am not a blind loyalist. And I said to him in a chat room, I said, my loyalty lies with my country and my people and not with Joe Boakai or Unity Party. And I said something. I said, look, my dear brother, I did not sign up just so we can win. I am not supporting just so we can win power. If I said this to a lady one time in Houston, Texas, and I will repeat this to you before we go. If winning would mean nothing to the Liberian people, would not change the people's story from the years, 174 years of misery and suffering and depravity, lives of deprivation and indignity and backwardness. If winning would not change that story for the better, then there's no point in winning. I went to Houston, Texas. We went to launch the COP chapter in Texas. And this lady walked up to me and said, Costa, my husband and I, we supported Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, and we thought she was going to be the change. We thought she was going to be this, and she turned out to be a failure. And I have given up on politicians. But Costa, I see something in you. But even in you, I have a degree of skepticism. And I said, my sister, your skepticism is legitimate. It comes from a place of letdown and disappointment after disappointment, believing one politician after the other, and each one of them keeps letting you down. And so I appreciate where you come from with your disappointment. Then I said to her, I said, let me make a solemn promise to you today, because there is almost absolutely nothing that I can say here today that will make you not be any less skeptical and cynical toward Liberian politics and Liberian politicians. I said to her, my sister, I said, between you and me, let me make this promise to you and to everyone here present. I said, God, on this day, I want to make this promise to you. God, if you know that if I ever amounted to public office, if any of my political aspirations were ever to come true, and in the end, when they do, that I would be a disappointment, that I would not practice the things I've preached across the years, the things I've risked my life for, then God, destroy my ambitions, realter my future, ensure that I never see power. If I have power and that power does not benefit the people, then Lord, don't give me power. And this woman was so moved, she was so touched. And she said, what? I've never heard anyone. I said, yes, my sister, I am saying to God, if you know, Lord, as you know everything, you knew us before we were born. If you know that when and if you allow me to have power, and I would not use that power to benefit the people, then Lord, destroy all of my ambitions right now, this moment. Let me not have power, because I'd rather not have power than have it and be the things that I have preached against. I'd rather not have power than have power and be the likes of Barney Sherman, the likes of George Weah. Then I'd rather not have power. I'd rather not have power. I'd rather be nothing than be something and mean nothing. I'd rather have nothing than have it and not use it for the good of humanity. Then I'd rather not have it. Because why I know I want it is to be a blessing, is to be an instrument. You know, oftentimes people say, you know, they pray to God for all kinds of things. They want this, they want that, and it's all good. It's all good. But my most common prayer request to God, and I don't pray as often, and it's a shame because I'm a devoutly spiritual person. But whenever I do, my most common prayer request to God is, Lord, use me as you see fit. Let me be an instrument for change, a blessing unto someone. Make my life meaningful, not just to my family or my immediate friends, but to my society and to the world in which I live. Use me, oh Lord, as you see fit. May my life mean something much more than just living in luxury or in peace and in happiness with my family and my friends. I'd rather not have power than have it and not mean anything to those who give it to me. Thank you so much. God bless you all. And today at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. Liberian Time, Dr. Alan White will join us in a 1-hour exclusive interview to discuss a number of important things. The War Crimes Code, frantic, serious efforts underway in D.C. to bring justice and accountability to the Liberian people who are yearning for it. The hundreds of thousands of our brothers who died during the fratricidal crisis, they're yearning for justice. We've lost our way as a country and people. And until we bring justice and we bring closure and heal and work together, united as one people, we might never find our way, and we will continue to wander in the land of darkness as zombies. Thank you so much. God bless you all. Bye-bye.